So at least for me it takes 7 steps to come up with a whole YouTube video from start to finish, and starting the first one, which is like the most important one, is actually having the idea. This is the moment you have that light bulb moment and you decide maybe you need to make a video regarding that idea that you had. And now, depending on whether your videos are about vlogs and like day-to-day vlogs, as in it's not something like it has to be followed, or your videos are like talking head akina Jeradan type of video, you'll need to do your research, because you don't want to be giving misled information if that's an actual word. But after you go on a mislead watu with your videos, if for example it's about a product review, you don't want to leave out some facts or points about the gear, so you have to do your research, you write them down, keep planning. So after you have done all of that, if you needed that research, and again if your videos are those type of talking head Jeradan types of video, you will need to at least write a script down so that you may not forget a point or points regarding the product, for example, you are reviewing. And for me, most of the times I don't write my script, that's why you unanipataga nikipotea and I start mumbling like I am right now. After you are done researching and scripting your video, you move on to the next step, which is setting up. So you set up your camera, your lighting, and like for me today I'm going with a different type of setup. I switched up things in my room and I kind of have enough space to do my shootings. So I have the key light here, which is focusing on me, and I added this light, so I moved my chair kiasi in front so that I can get room to add that light back there to act as a backlight. So yeah, after you have done setting up, you make sure your camera settings are mint, your lighting is okay, you are fixed, you move on to the next step, which is the actual shooting of your video. So hapo ndio unakaa chini, you talk if you are talking, and for example you need some b-roll, you make sure you get the a-roll for me, which is this one. Then there is no b-roll to this video, but if there is b-roll utafanya for your actual video, so you shoot the a-roll and you do the b-roll for yourself. For those who don't know, b-roll is accompanying shots, so things that help stitch up the story together. For example, in your product, you want to talk about a product, having product video clips to kiasi b-roll za your product when you're talking, it will help stitch up the story together. When you are done shooting, you move on to the next step, which is editing. And when you come to editing, when you sit down in your computer and you start researching your music, if can b-roll ya kitu, some sound effects you sit down, you stitch it up so those b-roll that actually pattern na your a-roll, you combine them to make one story. You add your music to help complement the video, even match sound effects to stitch up your story kabisa, and you calibrate to your liking. Bam, you are done with the editing, and now you export the clip. So depending, after we export, for example, maybe now the next step, which is uploading or publishing your video to some online platform, your website, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all of those. And I'll stick to YouTube because I mainly do YouTube hopefully. So you sit down and maybe create a thumbnail. So for me, I usually make a thumbnail after I'm done editing so that maybe I can be able to tell what the video is about through that one picture, and maybe I can get more easy click through rate. I'm going to try. I don't know what click through rate means, and if you do, comment section. So yeah, that's the whole process I go through when I'm sitting down to make down such videos for you. So if you like this type of videos, leave it in the comments, as in niambie you want this type of videos, and I will I'll make sure that I continue pushing out such videos so that I can at least teach you something. And I will, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like to this nini video to appreciate what I'm doing for you, and ndio hata mimi niendelee kugrow, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I do post a video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.